Today's video is going to be a little bit different to the normal videos that we do. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my future with KOA, as well as the future of this channel in particular. I would like to share with you my thoughts and feelings about the growth and where we are going, as well as what we're going to be doing in the future. Let's go together and have a look at the plans I've set out. Hey guys, Mountain here, bringing you another video. As I said in the intro, a little bit different to normal. In today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about who I am, my KOA journey, where I'm sitting in my KOA journey, the future of KOA, as well as the future of this channel as a whole. And I'd like to start off with an introduction. A lot of you don't actually know me per se. You've seen me in videos, you've seen me explaining how to do things in that, but you don't know who I am. So I thought I'd start off with an actual introduction and tell you a bit about myself and then tell you where I'm going from there. I am Mountain. I used to be known as Agritog, going by the handle Agritog for many years, and my real name is George. I am based in South Africa and I'm a content creator for gaming specifically. My love for games started back in the late 80s with the original King's Quest 1, as it became known eventually. And then in the late 90s, obviously time progressed and the devices changed and we had all new technology. And I got my first ever Pokemon game. My father went overseas on a business trip and he came back with this Game Boy and this Pokemon Green game. And unfortunately, it was in a different language. He didn't know at the time, and I didn't understand what I was doing. I didn't understand any of it. So I ended up trading it away for a Bionic 6 figurine. The last one I needed for my set to actually complete the set that I had at the time. It was the Karate guy, Bunji, I think his name was. Cut to a few years later, Pokemon came out with a new device, the Pokemon Color, and I got myself a Pokemon Color and I started playing the Pokemon Red. Pokemon Fire Red. I have grown a love for Pokemon to the extent that I've actually played every main series Pokemon game that has ever come out. And I probably will keep doing that until either the day I die or the Pokemon company stops producing games. Whichever comes first, basically. I started off about 2 years ago, 2.5, no, maybe 3 years ago, just about 3 years ago. I started off streaming live on Twitch, doing Pokemon content specifically, and that was going pretty well. I was doing it sort of part-time sort of thing while I worked, and then things went a bit awry. I had a heart attack, and I lost my job. And I found I needed to do something with my time, so I started pushing the streaming a lot more. And I was trying to do a lot more videos and a lot more content and that sort of thing, and longer periods and huge streams and things like that. And everything was going well until financially and physically, I just couldn't do it anymore. I went for a while without streaming and without playing the games and that sort of thing. And then I came across the game King of Avalon. And what happened was I joined up with an alliance who actually kicked me out because in the beginning I didn't know what I was doing for the first week. And I was inactive, I think, for 2 days or something like that. So the alliance kicked me out. And then I applied for another alliance, which actually turned out to be really great. And I really enjoyed my time in that alliance. And it was perfect for me because it was a small sort of starting alliance. It was a good place to start off with because it was with other people who were new to the game, basically. Being a gamer for many years, I managed to pick up on the game very quickly and understand what it is I needed to do to improve myself in the game and to succeed. And because of that, a lot of people were turning to me and asking me questions and asking me for advice and how do I do this and what should I do next? And I would help them out as much as I could. But we all know the King of Avalon text platform is not the greatest platform in the game. So it ended up becoming very difficult to try and answer everybody and answer over and over again the same things to different people. So what I ended up doing is I said to my R5, my alliance leader, that I used to be a streamer and I've still got the platform to do it. So I would like to set up a live stream for my alliance to show them some tips and tricks and things like that. Show them what they should concentrate on and that sort of thing. And everybody was keen, and we went ahead with it, and we did the live stream. It was meant to last 30 minutes, and it ended up lasting 4 hours. So it ended up being a huge Q&A session where I gave a lot of tips and a lot of tricks and advice and that sort of thing. And it went down really, really well. And they asked me to do it again with more stuff. And every time there was an update, they wanted more information and that sort of thing. And it becomes a little bit difficult to actually do that. And in the beginning, they were requesting help so often. I thought at one point maybe it would be easier if I make a video and upload the video, and then they could watch it whenever they wanted to. I was very hesitant to record myself at first. Live streaming is very different to vlogging, for example, or creating content like this where we are talking directly to you, the viewer. So I was a bit hesitant at first, but I went ahead and I made my first video, which was an update to 10.8 or something like that, I think, if I remember correctly. Anyway, it was a game update. So I was explaining to people what to expect, what was coming out in the update, and that sort of thing. And that's where I started. And here I am today, 5 months later, with over 900 subscribers. Thank you very much to everybody who has subscribed and got me to where I am. And I am very grateful for the people that I've managed to help along the way. I've received a lot of positive, great feedback from people, whether it's for the KOA document that I created, whether it's for a Golem March preparation that I did, whether it was for the statistics videos or discussing heroes and troops and things like that. I've had a lot of great feedback where it has helped a lot of people, and I'm extremely grateful for that. But that being said, there is more to me than what I do. There's more to me for what I do other than just KOA and sitting behind a computer trying to perfect my Excel spreadsheets. For example, I play a lot more games, such as Magic the Gathering Arena, Pokemon trading card game online, Blood Bowl online and IRL, where I can, Dungeons and Dragons online, and obviously IRL as well with the family. And I play other mobile games such as Mighty Party. But beyond that, there is still more things that I do other than just play games. Like I said, I like to keep busy. Beyond playing games, I also like to draw and try to improve my inking and coloring skills. I also like to work with my hands, so I love working with wood. The desk I currently work on, I built myself from scratch, and the table you see behind me, I built by stripping a TV stand, 2 cupboards, a door, and some beautiful table legs that we found a few years ago. Let me show you my current setup. So this is the current setup. Put around the cameras there. So I've got the setup like this. I've got multiple instances of KOA open. I can do my folder work via YouTube uploads, the HDMI capturing device along with Mighty Party all at the same time on the custom desk that I built. And around this side is the other custom table that I built. We call it the Mega Table. It's got the Warhammer figurines, which we use for our Dungeons and Dragons, multiple games, my original Game Boy Color device still, a couple of 3DS's, some of the working projects that I'm busy with, my painting station for when I'm painting the figurines, the baseball bat that is going to be Lucille when it's finished, Jay and Silent Bob, of course, Blood Bowl teams, Dungeons & Dragons maps, some D&D stuff over there, Warhammer books, my D&D boxes to hold everything, and my art supplies. So all in all, I can sit at this station and I can do my videos, I can do recordings, I can do uploads to YouTube, and I can just switch around like that. And I'm at the painting station where I will be doing the drawings and that sort of thing. This is where I will be doing my drawings and coloring in projects, as well as the new cell phone cover things that I'm going to be showing you guys that I'm doing. But yeah, this is the current setup. Not too shabby. So the way I see it, life is meant to be about having fun at whatever you do. This is something I try to achieve as often as I can. And I would like to share some of that with you guys, the viewers. So what does that mean for the channel? Well, basically, as it stands now, every week I make between, say, 1 and 3 King of Babylon videos. And that's not going to change. That will keep happening. However, I will also be adding more videos and more content from other things and other games. Magic the Gathering Arena, for example. Mighty Party. When we do Dungeons and Dragons live, with we got a group of our KOA players who are starting to play Dungeons and Dragons with me online, and we're going to do that live. And then I'll have edited video as well that I'll upload afterwards, and you guys can watch that too. Even the current projects that I'm working on physically in real life. Let me show you some of those. So, for example, this here was a plain simple wooden decoupage box that I took, and I'm busy recovering it with faux leather, basically, and I'm turning it into it's going to look like a book when I'm done, with embossing and some beautiful artistry work on the front. And it's going to be there for taking to Dungeons and Dragons. It will be big enough to be able to hold your player's handbook, your bag of dice, your figurine, pens, pencils, all that sort of jazz. Another project I'm working on at the moment is this wooden baseball bat that I managed to pick up. Beautiful color. I'm going to be staining it though with a nice gel stain to get that darkened color on it, and I'm going to be making out of wire and basically flour and water fake barbed wire that I'm going to put around it, and I'm going to make Lucille from Walking Dead. It's another project I'm working on. Another project I'm busy working on is making hand sculpted masks that fit my face precisely. So something like a Scorpion from Mortal Kombat or Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, things like that. Because of the changes that I'm trying to implement here and to make, the channel itself and my social media platforms and mediums have to change as well. My Discord server, for example, has gone through quite a change over the last week, where we had a general sort of hangout place, basically, with a few channels and that sort of thing. But now I've overhauled it to be almost a megalopolis, where it's divided into sections for Pokemon, for Magic the Gathering, for King of Babylon, for Mighty Party, for Dungeons and Dragons, for Magic the Gathering Arena, whatever the case might be. And you can go and you can join whichever channels you are interested in, and you can participate with the discussion, with deck building, for example, with your shinies from Pokemon, with your KBK stories or videos, with whatever the case might be. So it's becoming this big media house of the content we're going to be providing, as well as a place for you to hang out and actually maybe see something else that you're also interested in. A few other changes to look for is I'm going to be doing new screen setups. For example, you've seen many times in my videos now where I start talking, for example, like this. I got the camera big and I got a small little image of the game, and then I switch between the two screens and I switch to Excel and whatever the case might be. That setup's going to change. The intro itself is going to change. I'm going to have new looking overlays and trims and that sort of thing. And that's what I'm currently working on at the moment. Okay. Further to that, a lot of people have been asking me, how can they support me? I haven't grown to the size where I can get any ad revenue, for example, from YouTube and that, and people want to support, but how can they do that? So I actually went and I had a look, and I looked at what other content creators were doing, and I came up with the thought of doing Patreon. So I have created a Patreon account, and I'm just going to briefly run over it quickly so you can see what it is I'm offering per each package. So here you can see the first package is supporter. Well, I call it supporter. It's $5 a month. As a supporter, it will help me to ensure I manage to keep going. This tier is a base point for anyone who would like to support and see their name on the screen. Your name will appear on the screen during my videos as a thank you for your support. You will also have access to the Patreon-only channels on the Discord server. Each section of the Discord server, for example, Dungeons & Dragons, has its own Patreon channel, Patreon-only members channel. that when things are happening beforehand, I will obviously let you guys know. Another bonus to the supporter pack is access to the KOA Ultimate document as it gets updated constantly. No waiting for the document official launches or update launches. As I change it, you'll have access to it. The second level is called Ultra Supporter. It's $10 a month. It includes everything we already got in the supporter, but you also get once a month, you get to join in on a live Q&A session with me, which will be exclusive to Patreon members, where we can talk about whatever game you're playing, and you can ask me questions. I can give you answers, or maybe assist you in some way or other, or we can just hang out and chat, for that period. The third package is the Mega Supporter, which is $15 a month. It includes everything in both Supporter and Ultra Supporter, as well as have your say. You get to influence or choose a topic for one video per month that I do. You get to join me in my games as friends and join when I go live videos, for example. So if I'm going to do a Dungeon Dragon session with Patreon-only members, this is where that would come into it. Or if I am playing Pokemon Online TCG and you want to play against me, that's where this comes into it. You also get a dedicated shout out to top Patreon supporters in my videos. I do have one more level, simply because Patreon suggested it. But this one is called God Tier Support. It's $25 a month. And first of all, are you nuts? $25 a month? That's a lot of money. But secondly, it does include everything already mentioned in the previous tiers. And on top of that, once a month, I will send you a personal image that I have drawn, colored, designed, etc. in the form of a postcard that will come to you all the way from South Africa. It will obviously be addressed to you personally and handwritten and that sort of thing. You'll also receive advance notice of any major changes to the channels, including new projects coming down the line and things like that. Once again, that will be for exclusive access to Patreon members only. So that's what I created with Patreon. Tell me, drop a comment down below if you think that those rewards are worth it, sort of thing. If I should change something, if I should add something, or whatever the case might be. Your feedback would be greatly appreciated. I've never done Patreon before, put it that way. One final change, and this is directly related to King of Avalon. I am now what they're calling a probationary content creator for the development team of King of Avalon. So basically what happens is they're going to give us tasks. We create videos or guides or images or whatever the case might be. But we give them our content for that task, for example, and hopefully it gets uploaded and they will then share it with their other gamers. Okay, well, that's the idea. We are in probation period for a 1 month period, so we'll have to see how things go, obviously from both sides. But hopefully this means that I will have potentially a more direct connection where I can hopefully influence the issues that we may have been having with the games recently, for example, or with any potential concerns that have come up or any issues with events and things like that. And hopefully we can have a more direct connection to get things resolved a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. Obviously, as I learn more with that, I will share that with you guys. I keep it all open. Nothing really to hide from you guys. They will be rewarding us with some sort of in-game content. We don't even know what that is, but it's not the point of it. The point of it is to do the videos for you guys, as well as more people to hopefully see and get help and make this game even better than it already is. We all enjoy the game already. It just needs a little bit of a nudge into the better direction, and hopefully that is going to help me to do this. With that being said, guys, I have loved the past 5 months. I am, again, truly grateful for the growth that I've received. I did not expect to have over 900 subscribers already, to be honest. The viewer count of some of my videos in the thousands, I honestly, I didn't expect it. So I'm truly grateful and humbled by you guys. And I just want to say I'm going to keep putting out more content. It's going to be more than there was before. It's going to be more encompassing, including other things and other games, and more of me as a person. So you get to actually get to know me as well during this process. As usual, the majority of my content, though, will be about showing you guys how to make little changes, what you should be concentrating on, for example, or ideas in Magic the Gathering deck building, or things along those lines, like we have done so far. That will be our primary concern still going forward. Feel free to drop your comments down below and let me know your thoughts on all of this, your opinion. I would really be grateful for the feedback. I do reply to the comments. Every comment I get, I do reply to those comments. So know that I will 100% reply to you, and I do appreciate any form of constructive criticism that you send my way. As usual, links to my social media and the Discord server are down in the description, so feel free to join up there and come and have a chat with us anytime you want. And if you do want to support the page, or you want to support the channel, should I say, links to Patreon is also down in the description. Otherwise, guys, drop your comments down below. And if you are looking forward to seeing my videos and my content as I produce them or whenever we go live, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so that you can know whenever one of those videos goes up. Help me help you.
Help me! Help me! Help you. Help me. Help you.
Otherwise, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Until the next video, be good, be well, be safe. Bye.